Let's go. I'm excited, man. This is my first time back in front of the computer, in front of everybody in 2 weeks, right? It was Taylor, it was David, right? So I'm back and I'm excited to be here. Man, like they were saying, so many rank ups happening, so much success is happening in the organization. And I'm excited for every single person on this line. No goal in your organization is going to get hit without the cooperation and the efforts, the love and support of every single person in your organization. Like you don't go P6, P1000 until there's other people having success. You don't go Platinum 2000, Platinum 5000 until there's other people having success. And you definitely do not hit the rank like Chairman 10 without other people in your organization having levels of success. So I'm happy and grateful for every single person on the line. I do have a shout out. I have a shout out for my wife. Can we drop some fire in the chat box for my wife, Sydney Jones? Because what you guys don't see is what she has to deal with. Like the grinding me, the focus me, the me that sits around and just listens to personal self-development all day, don't want to watch movies, don't want to go nowhere, don't want to do anything unless it's about getting better. She has to deal with that, right? The me that's focused and always driven on its task, the me that wants to risk it and get out into the field, even though everything is crazy. She has to deal with all that while, doing calls with our son, while building her business on her way to Chairman 25. And she's literally like right there. I'm telling you, she's right there. So I'm excited for my wife, for her own $25,000 a month coming into the crib. So let's drop some fire in the chat box for her. Now, here's the deal, guys. None of that happens, though. None of that stuff happens. No rank up happens in the organization. No success happens in a company. No success happens in a football or on a football or basketball team. No success happens for any individual that does not have the capacity to believe. Your future rests in your capacity to believe. Your success is tied in direct correlation to your belief system. And the text, the scripture, the sentence that I want to examine is a very simple one. And that sentence says, that scripture, that text, it says, all things are possible to those that believe. All things are possible to those that believe. All things. Because here's the deal. Everything you want, every dream, every goal, every rank, every car, every home, anything that you can desire, it all can be purchased with belief. Every single thing. Anything you want, every dream, it can be bought with belief. But the question is, can I believe in the midst of uncertainty? Can I continuously believe in the presence of doubt? When doubt is there, can I still get into a place of believing? Because here's what I need everybody to understand. It's okay to have doubt. Right? It's okay to have doubt in your head. But you know where it's not okay to have doubt? It's not okay to have doubt in your heart. It's okay to have doubt in your head, but the doubt, it can't get into your heart. See, the doubt, it can't get into your heart, and it begins to determine the way in which you move every single day. Right? So what you got to do is get a constant flow of information, because that constant flow of information, that, my friends, is what's going to drive the doubt out, because the battle is in your mind. I know a lot of you guys should have the book that David recommended, the 7 laws that we must honor to have uncommon success. And it talks about the law of the mind, and that every battle is a mind battle, right? Every battle is a mind battle, and distractions come to get in your head. That distractions show up to change the way that you believe. Distractions show up to change your confession. But here's what you got to understand. All things, not some things, not small things, not a few things, everything, all things that you can imagine, right, that you can believe for, you can have it. It's possible for you. All things, that text is written, is law, is evidence. It's evidence that it can't lie. The word, it cannot lie. It can't. So the challenge is getting to ourselves to a place where we stay, where we live in a place of believing. That's the whole key. That's the whole secret to everything. See, it's belief. You talk to any person that's successful, they're going to tell you they became successful because they believed that they could. When you were growing up in school, they had signs all around the building that said, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. See, belief is the foundation, the genesis of everything that you're going to do. So you got to believe. You got to believe. All things are possible to those that believe. Not some things, not small things, all things. And here's what I need you to understand. Thoughts are things. So everything that you can imagine, you can, if you can get yourself to a place of believing it, then you can have it. And so Sydney, on her way to Chairman 25, she's on her way to Chairman 25 because she believes that it's possible. See, Martez Spearman on his way to Chairman 25. He's on his way to Chairman 25 because he believes that it's possible. JVL Dupree, Gio McCoy on their way to Chairman 25 because each and every single one of them, they all believe that it's possible. Every person that's Platinum 5,000, on their way to Platinum 5,000, just crack Platinum 2,000. See, you don't get to these ranks without the belief. And, you know, here's the crazy part. Some of the people that have hit ranks, they believed in their heart, but at some point they probably doubted in their mind. See, they got to a place where they really weren't certain if it was going to happen, because I've gotten to that place before, because faith tells you or will allow you to do something in spite of the fear that lies on the other side. Because if you knew everything was going to be all good 100%, then that's not necessarily faith. There has to be some uncertainty there, because faith is believing in something that you can't see. So if you can't see Chairman in like physically, right, and distractions come, it's going to be easy for those distractions to detour you from the goal. And the more those distractions continue to detour us from our goal, the more that distraction, that doubt can start to seep into our heart. And then the words begin to come out of our mouth confessing what we actually believe. And the belief that we have is not in the Chairman, it's an opposite of Chairman. Because belief and faith is always working for you. It's just a question of which direction is it working for you. Because somebody can have faith that they're going to go Chairman, but somebody else can also have faith that they're not going to go Chairman, because everything that's happening in front of them. So your future, everything that you want to do, it rests in your capacity to believe. Now, here's the thing about your belief system. See, the belief system is so powerful that it can't even distinguish real from fake. Has no clue what's real and what's fake. Your belief system. And there was a study done on some athletes who are running for the Olympics. And if you watch the movie The Secret, you will see that they were talking about this on The Secret. Well, there was a doctor. He hooked up all the runners to a machine, and he had them run the race in their mind. The full race that they were about to run on the track the next day, a doctor had them run that race in their mind. And as they began to run the race in their mind, they had the gunshot and everything. But as they began to run the race in their mind, every muscle that would have triggered if they ran the actual race triggered while they were sitting right there in the chair. Because your belief system, your mind, your subconscious cannot distinguish what's real and what's fake. So whatever you feed your mind, that is what's going to lead your life. I need you to really get that, because early in the conversation, I said all things are possible to those that believe. And I told you that thoughts are things. They've proven to be things. They've proven to move on the meter. Your thought triggers emotions that creates a vibration. Your thought is a thing. So whatever thing that you can imagine in your mind can show up in your hand, but it's only going to show up in direct proportion to how big your belief system is and how long your belief system can last. That's what everything comes down to, because God can't do anything apart from your belief system. Nothing can happen for you apart from your belief system. See, if you don't believe it, he can't do it. It can't happen for you if you don't really believe. Like, why would Chairman show up for you if you have no real belief that it can? Why would Six Figures Trading show up for you if you have no real belief that it can? See, here's the thing about belief. Here's the thing about understanding the power of words, and understand how credible that the word is. Because here's what I need you to understand. It says all things are possible to those that believe. So this is a promise. I need you to really get this. This is a promise. All things are possible to those that believe. All things. So now what I have to do, I have to get myself into a place of believing, because as long as I'm in that place of believing, God's word is on the line. His word is on the line. If you believe it, he has to show up with it, because he said that all things are possible to those that believe. So now it's all about, okay, how do I start believing if I don't know how to believe? How do I start? Well, here's what I want you to understand. Your belief system is firmed up by 4 different factors. I'm gonna fly through this part right here because this is not what I want to get to, but I got to give you the foundation of where your belief system is firmed up. It's firmed up by 4 things. Your environment, the environment that you're in. The environment that you're in has to be an environment that's conducive to you believing. The environment that you're in has to be an environment that's conducive to you believing, right? Meaning the place that you spend the most time, right? The homes, the cars, the things that you're doing, the environment that you're in, the home that you're in. Like around your home, it has to be an environment that's going to be conducive to your belief system. You walk in my home, you see the pictures of the affirmations of the things that we want, the goals that we have. It used to be money all around the house. In my first apartment, it was words of things that I really believe were going to happen in my life. I had this stuff all around because this was the environment that I was in every single day. This was the thing that I saw every single day. I saw my 4 walls every single day. I saw my bathroom mirror every single day. So I wanted to put the things that I want to have in my life. I needed to see them, because whatever your eyes see on a repetitive basis is going to show up in your life, because your eyes are the gateway to your heart. Your eyes are the gateway to your heart. And that's where belief really takes place. Believing really takes place in the heart. That's where, because you remember, you can have doubt in your mind, but you still got to have faith and belief in your heart. And whatever you see on a repetitive basis is going down to your heart. So if you keep seeing the things that you want at some point in your heart, in your subconscious mind, you're going to start believing it. So environment, associations, the people that you hang around. You have to hang around people that have goals. You got to hang around people that are excited, that are talking about getting to the next level. Hang around people that have more than you, bigger goals than you, more money than you, more income than you. They're doing more than you. Find time to hang around those people. Then find time to hang around people that are on the same level as you, that think on the same frequency as you, that have the same type of goals as you, that may be in the same place of life as you, because now you can bounce around ideas. And then find people that you can pour your life into. Find people that don't have as much as you, that are inspired to get to the next level. And now you begin to coach them and mentor them and give your life experiences to them. So your time that you're spending with people is always valuable. I spend time with people that have more. I spend time with people that are on the same level. And then I spend my time with people that I can pour everything that I'm learning from the other people that I'm spending my time with into. Association is very important to your belief system. Information, repetitive information, right? On a day-to-day basis, month-to-month basis, year-to-year basis. See, a lot of us on the line, we're not where we want to be because we're not getting the right information. We're not listening to the right voices that can help us have success. We might be listening to our own voice, and our own voice has us in the situation that we're in today. It's information that transformation happens. But here's the deal. It's not just the information that creates the transformation. It's the application of that information that gets transformation. So it's not enough for you to just have it, but you have to apply what it is that you've been able to receive. You got to apply it. So I got to be in the right environment. I have to create the right environment, because this plays a part in my belief system. Associations, I got to be around the right people. I have to be around people that ignite my faith. I got to be around people that are hitting their goals, because as they hit their goals, I get inspired to hit my goals. And I start believing that I can hit my goals at a much faster rate because I'm around people that are hitting their goals. I'm going to celebrate them, and whatever I celebrate gets accelerated in my life. So I got to hang around people that are hitting goals. Environment, associations, information. I got to get the right information, because it's information, repetitive information, that drives doubt out. See, it's not blind faith that helps you have success. Blind faith isn't good enough. I don't deal with blind faith. Here's why. Because my faith has to be based on a level of understanding for my faith to work. My faith has to have understanding of what I'm putting my faith on for it to work. So if my faith is blind, if I'm just having willy-nilly faith, I'm going to get willy-nilly results. But if my faith is based on all things are possible to those that believe, that's when God has to work right there. When you take him at his word, the evidence, that's the evidence that you need. That's the proof that you need. And it says all things are possible to those that believe. So if I'm believing, then this is what I have faith for. I believe in this word that all things are possible to those that believe. I'm believing. I'm in the right environment. I'm around the right people. I'm getting the right information, and I'm having the right experiences. I have my goals around me. I'm in action mode. I'm believing. So my goal has to come to pass. See, that's why I'm so confident in every goal that I set, because I understand all things are possible to those that believe. So what I got to do, what I have to remain in, is a place of believing. That's all I got to do. I was just telling the group I was with the other day in Atlanta, I said, listen, bro, listen, sis, every person in this room can drop out of the business and leave and go to another company. I'm still going to get to my goal. See, all 500 of you on the call right now can drop out, decide to leave, and I'm still going to get to my goal, because I understand that my goal, my dream, my vision is not limited to the people that I can count. It's not limited to the people that I can see. My goals and my dreams are limited to my capacity to believe. Can I believe in spite of the 500 people that are leaving? See, that's the thing. Can you believe in spite of all the negativity that's going to happen in your organization, that's going to happen in your business, that's going to happen in your life? It literally tells you that you're going to face trials, you're going to face adversity. But don't worry, take heart, because I've overcome. So here's the deal. Your dream isn't, your goals, they're not limited to who comes in your business and who comes out of your business. See, it doesn't matter which one of you decide to leave. Just how I'm sitting in this chair right now, and I know this chair is going to support me, I know that the word, all things are possible to those that believe, is going to support me. The word that I write down every single day, Chairman 100, 6 figures a week, I know that that is going to support me whether any person on this line stays or goes. Because it doesn't say that all things are possible to those that believe if your organization stays. It doesn't say all things are possible to those that believe depending on if this person joins your business. It just says all things are possible to those that believe. So all you got to do is get yourself into a place where you're always believing. But that is the challenge, because a lot of people can't believe in spite of everything that's happening. And that, my friends, is where belief is really required, where belief is really necessary, when everything is going the opposite way of what you said. So you got to believe. It's not a question. It's non-negotiable if you have to believe that your dreams, goals, and visions are going to come to pass. So here's what you got to understand. Believing, number one, takes place in the heart. Believing takes place in the heart. Believing is proved with my words, because if believing takes place in the heart, watch this. If believing takes place in the heart, right? Understand. That's what I'm saying. Faith based on understanding. See, I understand this stuff. That's why I can apply it in my life. And we live in la la land, because I understand that believing takes place in my heart. I understand that believing is also proved with my words, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will always speak. Out of the abundance, so whatever is flowing in your heart has to come out of your mouth. Remember, believing starts in your heart, but it's confessed with your mouth. So whatever is in your heart is going to come out of your mouth, and whatever comes out of your mouth has no choice but to show up in your life. Believing takes place in the heart. Believing is proved with your words. Now watch this. Believing is also a matter of your will. Believing is also a matter of your will. Your will is basically your ability to focus. Your will is basically your ability to focus. So what am I telling you right now? You have total control over what you believe. You have total control, without a doubt, of what you believe. Because now, because you know what firms it up, then you understand that I can force my mind to believe what I want it to believe. See, I forced my mind to believe that I was the Chairman 100 before it showed up. Want to know how? Because I saw it every single day. See, my TV is called Chairman 100. Like when you turn it on, it says Chairman 100. All across it used to be stuff that said Chairman 100. My password to my Wi-Fi used to be 6 figures. Like, I really believe this stuff. Like I believed it like my name was my name. And I believed it in my heart, and I proved it with my words, but it was also a matter of my focus, because there were so many times when my focus could have been broken And I could have chose to believe something else. I could have chose to believe that I wasn't doing enough. I could have chose to believe that I wasn't moving fast enough. I could have chose to believe that I was going to miss my moment and miss my shot. I could have chose to believe that, I got to this place before and it turned around. I'm here again. It might turn around on me again. I'm in control of what I believe. You're in control over what you believe, because believing takes place in your heart, not my heart, your heart. It's proved with whose words? Your words, not anybody else's words. It's proved with your words, because out of the heart, the mouth will speak. Then it's a matter of my will. So I can choose to believe that I am a chairman, or I can choose to believe that I'm not a chairman, because the person that thinks he can and the person that thinks he can't, they're both right. They're both right. Because believing is a matter of your will. You're in control of what you choose to believe. Now, here's what you're also in control of. The expansion. This part's so good. The expansion of your belief system is also under your control. See, environment, associations, information, and experiences, they all play a part. They firm up, they impact your belief system. But see, what I want to talk about tonight for the next 10, 15 minutes is the expansion of your belief system. See, it's one thing to believe to a certain point and believe big, but it's another thing to believe big and then have that thing bust wide open and expand it. See, that's what's recently happened to me. Like my belief system has been completely expanded past what it used to be. And I'm about to show you how it got expanded. This is the crazy thing. I'm not that person that I like to teach what happens in my life, because that's what we're supposed to do. You want to know why? Because as you begin to teach, you learn more and you retain more. You learn more and you retain more when you begin to teach other people. And when you're teaching, you're giving. Now watch this. You only get to keep what you give. See, I love what Payroll said about giving, how I was teaching about giving the other day, because giving is one of the most spiritual principles that you can obey in this game of life. And it's not just the giving of money, it's the giving of time, it's the giving of service, it's the giving of information, it's the giving of love, it's the giving of communication. How much are you giving? Because the secret to living is found in your giving. So as you get information, give it away. As you learn something, give it away. As you get value, give it away. As you make more money, start giving it away, because you only get to keep what you give. Now watch this. The four elements that expand my belief. The first one is evidence. Woo, I love this one, because every person on the line, you have evidence that is possible right now in front of you that you can make $50,000 a month. Right now in your face, $50,000 a month. You have evidence that is now possible, because you can see it. You see the proof of it. You have evidence that you can become a millionaire in 13 months because somebody just did it. You have evidence that you can be in your 20s and retire earning multiple six figures a month. You have evidence because you have proof that is there. You have evidence that you can believe for a jet, David E. Monetier. You have evidence, family. That's so important. Somebody drop evidence in the chat box so I can see that you guys get it. Evidence, bro. Evidence is so important, because without evidence, we have no case. Without evidence, we have no case. So you can't go to court without evidence. Evidence is so important. Now watch this. You know what else evidence you have? All things are possible to those that believe. All things are possible to those that believe. You know what else evidence you have? Watch this. Watch this. Because we was talking about doubt in the heart, and God just reminded me to just pull it up. I tell you, you can pray for anything. And if you believe that you received it, it will be yours. But you must really believe it will happen and have no doubt in your hearts. That's evidence. That's evidence of what the word says, and it don't lie. And this is what your faith has to be built on, some type of word. You want to know why it has to be built on some type of word? Because situations happen. People come and go. Volume goes up and volume goes down. But that word, it always stays the same. See, the word evidence, it stays evidence. It never changes. The word goal, it stays goal. It never changes. The word vision, success, it stays vision. It stays success. It never changes. So if those words never change, what do you think? You think this word will change? Absolutely not. So that expands your belief system when you understand the evidence and you recognize the evidence that you have in front of you. So you have evidence that it's possible for you to become a seven-figure trader because you see everybody on Go Live. That's evidence. And whatever your eyes see, you start to believe. Evidence. The second thing is expression. Expression. So let's look up what expression means. The process of making known one's thoughts or feelings. The process of making known one's thoughts or feelings. So this expression, is it fair to say that this expression is me speaking? Is that fair to say? Because it says the process of making known one's thoughts or feelings. Could this expression be found in my action? If y'all agree with that, that expression can be my words and my action, drop expression in the chat box. Just drop expression in the chat box if you really believe that this word expression could mean the way that I speak and the way that I act. So it's not only my evidence, the evidence that I see, the evidence around me that firms up my belief system. Because remember, in court, when you go to court, God forbid, but any movie where you saw people in court, the jury had to make a decision based on the what? The evidence. And because they saw evidence, they did what? They believed. That's good right there. So I got to have the evidence. What's my evidence? Well, the other people that are having success, all the other people that became millionaires. That's evidence that is possible. What else is my evidence? My word that I wrote down, my word, my goal that I wrote down, that's my evidence. And then the actual word. All things are possible. So, see, you don't need a whole lot. You can just take that one. All things are possible to those that believe. You can take that. You don't even need nothing else. You know what else you can take? I tell you the truth. You can say to this mountain, maybe lift it up to the sea, and it will happen, but you must really believe it and have no doubt in your heart. I really believe with no doubt in my heart. I tell you, you can pray for anything. You can meditate about anything. You can think about anything. And if you believe that you've already received it, it's already yours before it shows up through faith, then it will be yours. Oh, but this is the bomb right here. But when you're praying, when you're meditating, when you're thinking, forgive anyone that you're holding a grudge against. See, this is the only way that your belief and your goals get held up, because there's somebody that you won't forgive. There's somebody, when you think of their name, there's a negative emotion that rises up. Whoever that person is, you should fix it. Because it says, but when you're praying, forgive anyone that you're holding a grudge against, so that your Father will forgive you too. I ain't say it. That's what the word said. So guess what you do? You build your faith on that evidence, and then you express it through your words and your action, because the more that I speak it, the more that faith begins to rise. The more that I act in it, the more that I take on that role. See, I was listening to an actor, and he was talking about, I forgot who it was. He was talking about how, it was Michael B. Jordan. He was talking about how hard it was for him to get out of the role of Killmonger. I think that was his name. It was hard for him to get out of that role because he spent so much time acting in a certain way. What if it was hard for you to get out of your role of becoming successful because you spent your every single waking hour acting like you were already the success that you wanted to become? Think about that. If Michael B. Jordan can act in a movie that probably took maybe 8 months to a year to make, and he had a hard time getting out of character and getting back to Michael B. Jordan, just imagine how hard it'd be for you to go back to the person that you are today if you start acting like the person that you wanted to be tomorrow and you fell in love with that person. You embodied the role of a chairman. You embodied the role of a seven-figure earner. You embodied it through your action. You embodied it through your expression, your words. Man. And then it's my experiences. I talked about experiences earlier, but see, whatever I experience, I'll start to believe. See, you won't believe that you can own a Bentley until you experience riding in one. You won't believe that you can become a chairman until you experience hanging around the chairman. You won't really believe that you can become a seven-figure earner or six-figure earner if you're not experiencing the things that they experience. Man, experiences, family, are so freaking important. Experience, guys, is so important because your whole life is summed up right now by the experiences that you had when you were growing up. Your whole family tree is based on previous experiences. If your grandma's grandma was bad with money, guess what? A lot of times that habit trickles on down the family because everybody else had bad experiences with money. If you had my mom, she might be on this call, she might not be, right? But my mom had an experience as a kid when she got attacked by a dog. To this day, my mom is still scared of dogs. Why? Because she had an experience. And to this day, she still believes that the experience is about every single dog. Every dog is bad. If you know my dog, Luda, my mom don't even want to be around Luda, a Chihuahua, because she had a bad experience. Experiences firm up your whole life. Experiences, they firm up the way that you believe. So you got to have the experiences that you believe millionaires will have. Go sit in the Bentley. Go sit in the dream cars. Go all the corny stuff that people don't want to do. See, it's the corny things that might get you rich. It's the corny things because that's the expression. I'm acting like I'm already there. I'm acting like the person that I want to become. I'm going to act so much that I get stuck in character. I can't even get out. I can't even go back to the person that I used to be. I can't even go back because as you start having more experiences, God is going to introduce you to the person that you're really supposed to be. And you never want to go back to the person that you used to be because of the experiences. And you're going to start realizing like, yo, I'm supposed to be here. Like I'm supposed to drive. I'm not supposed to drive this. I'm supposed to drive that. I'm not supposed to live here. I'm supposed to live in whatever I want. Well, you want to know why? Because my evidence, it says that all things are possible to those that believe. So everything that I want is not limited to who's in my business right now. It's not limited to what my trading accounts looks like right now. It's not limited to the people who just left. It's based on my capacity to believe. But the question is, how do I do if I've never done it before? This is what I'm breaking down to you. I got to be in the right environment. I got to create the right environment in my home. I need to see my goals every day. Every day I need to see my goals. When I walk outside my room, guess what I should see? I should see my goals that's telling me where I'm going. In my wallet, I should carry my goals with me. In my car, I should keep my goals with me. You want to know why? Because my belief system doesn't know what's real and what's fake. My subconscious mind doesn't know what's real and what's fake. All it does is takes the subject. So if the subject is 6 figures, the subconscious mind takes it. If the subject is 7 figures or 6 figures a week or happy family, happy relationship, whatever the subject that you give your mind takes it and it processes it. Environment, associations, information, and experiences. But the elements that expand my belief system far beyond what it is today is the evidence, the expression, the experiences, and I love this one right here, family, the exposure. Man, the exposure. Man, listen. The exposure. Let me teach you about the power of exposure. Man, exposure. Whew. Exposure is so powerful. It's so important to you becoming successful. So important because whatever you get repeatedly exposed to, there's a chance that you're going to catch it. See, if you get repeatedly exposed to COVID-19, there's going to be a high chance that you catch it. If you repeatedly, oh my God, if you repeatedly get exposed to the Bentley, there's a chance that you're going to have it. If you repeatedly get exposed to success, there's a chance that you're going to catch it. If you repeatedly get exposed to chairman, there's a chance that you're going to become one. See, it's hard to get exposed to something and not catch it. See, that's why people want us to wear the mask, because they don't want us to get exposed to COVID-19. But what if you kept getting exposed to your dreams, goals, and visions? What if you kept getting exposed to the Bentley? What if you kept getting exposed to the Rolls Royce? What if you kept getting exposed to the dream home? See, every single night before I get into bed, I was just telling a group this the other day when I was at an Airbnb. Your subconscious mind, your supernatural mind, I call it the supernatural mind. Your supernatural mind is more receptive to information the first 10 to 15 minutes when you wake up and the last 10 to 15 minutes before you go to sleep. This is when your mind is really going into like, not shutdown mode, but like relaxation mode. So at this moment, your mind will accept anything that you give it. So in those last 10 to 15 minutes, when I feel the most tired, when I feel the most sleepy and just the most, I'm ready to just hang it on up, that is when I start dream building the most. I'll get my phone, turn over so Sydney can't hear me over there, and I'll start looking at the homes. I start looking at the cars. I start looking at the things that I'm going to do when I reach certain levels of income. I start seeing it, because whatever I see, my mind automatically receives, especially in those last moments before I go to sleep. I start playing things in my mind in those last 10 to 15 minutes because my mind is receiving it the most. So you got to expose yourself. Somebody drop in the chat box, I've been exposed, because everybody on the call tonight, you've already been exposed. Even if you're new, you're getting exposed right now as to what is possible in this business. Less than 2 years, over 600K a year, less than 2 years. Like well over $500,000 already earned. So if you never believed that this was possible, you have living proof in front of you that is possible. So you've been exposed. And see, and the more that you get closer to the wealth, the more that you get closer to the things that you really want and you begin to touch it, this is when it's really getting closer for you to have it. You want to know why? Because it's hard to touch something without it getting on you. It's hard to touch the Bentley without traces from that Bentley getting on you. It's hard to go touch that dream home without traces of that dream home getting on you. Just the same way it's hard to touch somebody, be around somebody that has a sickness, a disease, without you getting that sickness or disease. See, the closer you get to wealth, the closer it gets to you. The closer you get to success, the closer you get to you. And I had a mentor tell me, when you get close enough to wealth, when you get close enough to success where you can touch it, is yours. Because some people, they haven't touched David before. When you get around David to the point where you can start touching him, you dapping him up from time to time, it's yours. One handshake is yours. One handshake with Alice Morton is yours. One handshake with somebody that's making 25, 50,000, 100 is yours. It's a transfer that's happening there every time you touch it. That's why you got to touch the people. You got to touch the Bentley, touch the home, because you're getting exposed. And again, it's hard to get exposed to something and not catch it. It's very hard to get exposed to something and not catch it. And the more experiences that you have, the more exposure that you have, the more you express through your action and your words, and the more evidence that you see around you, this expands your belief system. See, now my belief system is to a point now where, you know what, people should be going chairman in 5-6 months. All right, people should really be doing that. You want to know why? Because I did it in 5 months. And there's so many other people that are now doing it in 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, in months, not years. Somebody just went chairman 100 in 13 months. So I have evidence now that it's possible to become a millionaire in 1 year in opportunity. I have the evidence that it's possible for somebody to get plugged in and be 22 years old and become a millionaire in 13 months. So much evidence, right? So guys, that's the training. That's the call, man. That's the call. My homework that I would tell you to do is tomorrow, dream build. When you go to sleep tonight, dream build. Print new, I said this before on the call, print new pictures out. Not the old pictures that you used to have, print new pictures out for the new belief that you now have. Print brand new pictures out of things that you actually want, not the things that you see, but things that you really can get to a place that you can believe for, and put them all around you. Put them all around you. Now, LA, man, I think LA, we got like 1 or 2 spots left for P2s. I think LA, we got 1 or 2 spots left for P2s. Now, here's the deal. I already bought the Airbnb. I'm about to show y'all. So if you ain't looked at the screen the whole time, you want to start looking about right now. All right, so let me pull this up because I need everybody to see, because you want to know why? We talked about exposure and we talked about experiences. And I really believe that the experience that we're gonna have in LA, something just happened to my screen. Hold up 1 second. Come on, Cool Jones. We tripping. All right. The experience that we're about to have in LA is gonna be unforgettable. It is gonna be unforgettable, baby. Okay, here we go. Oh man, I don't even think y'all ready. I don't even think y'all ready. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh man. Oh man. So I just need you guys to get to a place where you thinking with me right now. And I need you to imagine Chad Thompson, David Imonitie, training on how to become 7-figure earners, how to make $1 million a year plus $1 million a month. They're training right there. All right, so let's just keep going through. See yourself in the pool, just vibing out in LA, in the hills. All right. Y'all ain't even, imagine the picture that you can take right there. That's how you should be thinking, how much marketing I can get done while I'm on this trip. Because I believe that everybody that makes it to LA, they're going to be a chairman within 6 to 12 months after, without a doubt, no matter how small of a P2 in volume they are. It don't matter. All right. I don't even think y'all are ready for the actual picture of the crib. Y'all ain't even seen the outside. Y'all don't even think y'all ready. Man, listen. And listen, this is what I want you guys to understand. This is not even like a maybe thing. This is like an already paid for thing. This crib is $18 million. $18 million. So the experience, we just talked about believing, the experience that you're going to have for 3 nights in an $18 million home. See, I've been around a lot of money. I've been around a lot of people. Well, listen, David crib ain't even $18 million. It's a lot. That's 18 million. All right, there. So let's keep looking. Boom. We got a piano in the crib. Boom. 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 Yeah. Balcony vibes in the crib. This is where we at with it. Yeah. Theater room. Hills. Right. Now you ready for the bomb? You ready for the bomb? Let me check the chat box. Let me see if y'all was lit about that. I don't know if y'all was lit enough. Y'all weren't lit enough. You want to know why y'all weren't lit enough? Because most of y'all already made up in your mind that y'all ain't gonna be there. Most of y'all have already said, you know what? I gotta make the next one. Too bad. So I can't even get lit for my gang in the chat. If I was you, I'd get in motion. I'll get in real activity mode. Because there's so much more to come. But watch this though. That's just one Airbnb. What if I told you that was just one Airbnb? What if I told you that was one Airbnb? Because there's going to be 2. It's 2. It's 2 Airbnbs in the hills. You want to know why? Because I told myself that I was going to make this event one of the best experiences that we've had. Now watch this. There are people. I'm gonna say this on the call. There are people that failed to promote this to their organization, that did not push it to their organization, that did not make it a big deal. You're shooting yourself in the foot. I've talked to too many Platinum 1000s that didn't know about this event. See, the Platinum 1000 should have been the ones driving to make it to this event. But that's what happens when we fail to promote. See, it's not good enough for you, the person, to be there. That's not good enough because you get the information. You want to make sure there's people from your organization at the event. That's the powerful thing. If you get there, you just sketch your teeth, you got there, awesome. But you should have been driving for other people in your organization to be there. Because the people that have the most people in LA are going to have the biggest businesses. That's just how the event is set up to be. So I'm excited. That's one Airbnb. We got two. I'm not going to show the other one because I haven't officially bought it yet. And I don't want to, say something to something else. But the crib that you just saw, that's for P5s and up. That's P5s and up. Now, all the events, everything that we do is going to be at that crib. But I wanted to make sure that every person that comes to LA is comfortable. See, I didn't want people sleeping on the floor and all that. I wanted to make sure that people had room to vibe out, have fun. We ain't finna break nothing. But we about to have a great time. So we got like 19 days left to qualify. So it's 19 days left to qualify. I think it's 2 P2 spots left. 2 P2 spots left. But if I was you, I wouldn't put in my head that it's only P2. I put in my head that I'm believing I'm going to LA. Because remember, I said I haven't bought the house yet. What if I bought a house that could hold another 10 Platinum 2000s? You just never know with me. So if I was you, I would be driving my ass off to get to LA because millionaires are going to be created in LA. I guarantee you that. So with that being said, guys, that's the close of the call. Let's have an amazing week. I will see each and every single one of you at the beaches and the banks. Good night. God bless you, your family, and your dreams. Let's have an amazing week. Remember, this was your biggest month.